Hey, book readers, book lovers, book friends, welcome to Read This Book. I am LaShonda, your book hostess, and welcome to this week's book review, which is the Women of V series by Danielle Allen. So, hey, if you've been following me on Facebook and on Instagram, you know that I have a love affair with Danielle Allen. She is just this amazing writer who has a way of just sucking you in. She will have you talking back to her books. She will have you up at ungodly times of night, sending her messages like, how dare you play with my heart like this? She writes incredible books. And so she wrote this series called The Women of V. And it's about this secret society on campus that no one knows about, but they do amazing things for the campus. They provide scholarship. They have like a garden that helps feed the homeless. They, just do all these things. And no one knows who is in V or what the secret society is about, but they throw the most legendary parties and they're like all of that. And so this series picks up where these women are invited to become members of V, become members of the secret society. And in order for them to become members, they have to complete missions. And they all have to complete the missions or they will fail. Once they complete the mission, then they become members of V and they get the life. They get the jobs they want. They get the money, the power, all those things that come with being successful, with having success. The beauty of this series is that each book is crafted to that person's story, but then they also intertwine. So you can read one and be like, okay, I got to get the next one. And you'll start seeing like where the stories intersect. So you're never wondering like, what? Well, that didn't make sense. Danielle Allen does not play games like that. She knows how to suck you in. She knows how to weave you into a story. What I like about the series is that it's suspenseful. It's a little intense. It's definitely have the romance elements to it, but she's found a way to balance all those things. So it's not heavier than the other. So it's very balanced, very balanced. I love that the women are smart. They're sneaky, manipulative. They're beautiful, of course. They're all driven. They're all driven to succeed, even though these missions are testing their moral boundaries, are testing their beliefs, are putting them in uncomfortable situations. They are still doing what needs to be done to secure their membership. So there's 3 books in the series. Book 1 is Villainous. First of all, check this cover. She has beautiful covers. Book 1 is Villainous. Book 2 is Vicious, which I think was my favorite story out of the 3. And book 3 is Vengeful. First of all, I didn't even know there was that many V words that you could use to describe stuff. So kudos to you, Danielle Allen. You taught me some new words. But it's 3 books in the series, and book 1 is Villainous. Now, this book right here starts it off, and I will tell you that, yeah, this is the one that I sent Danielle messages about because I was mad as hell. It's the story of Michaela and Nate. And Michaela did what she had to do, but she didn't have to do Nate dirty. She did Nate dirty, y'all. I mean, dirty. He was, head on in love with her. He helped her study for her, to pass the lawyer exam, to study the bar exam. He was all in for her, and she did him dirty. She was definitely the villain in this book. I wanted to punch her. I was so mad because I wanted them to have a happy ending, and she was like, Not gonna do it. But book one is villainous. And yeah, it starts you off to let you know that this organization is serious about you completing your missions. They have a pledge deed that goes by the name of Veteran. And Veteran does not hold any punches. She does not care about hurting their feelings. She set them straight in a minute and be like, don't call me again unless this is a serious emergency. Got me showing up here because you and your feelings, you don't want to complete your mission. Okay, call me when you need some real help. Veteran is a trip. I would love to actually know more of her story, Danielle Allen, but this one focuses on Michaela and Nate, and about her securing him as her asset to attend this big, huge like charity event at the end of the semester. Yeah. So this book from the jump pulls you right in. And if you do not want to punch Michaela in the throat, then you're better than me, because I want to punch her. Okay? So book two is Vicious. First of all, I love her covers. I love them. Book two picks up with the story of Chloe and Easton. Of course, Easton is the asset that Chloe has to secure. So Chloe wants to be a journalist, a writer, or something. You have to excuse my voice. I'm a little congested, but just stay with me. She has to secure him as her asset, and it is a teacher-student situation. Yeah, because they meet in book one, but he falls back because he was like, oh, you're too young for me. But they never knew who each other were because they were in costumes. So in book two, it picks up where they go to the same costume party again. That's again sponsored by V, and they're in the same outfits that they were years ago when they first met, and they were like, you're here, and they find each other, and when they realize that it's them, that Easton is the panda and she's the panda that she was, because they dressed up as pandas. But at that point, they had already established a professor-student relationship, and yeah. Oh, let's just say, honey, that Miss Chloe played no games. Miss Chloe came after Easton and was like, look, not only are you gonna be my my advisor advocate to help me with this paper to get me into this competition, but you also gonna go ahead and give me the D. You gonna go ahead and have this affair with me and just admit that you love me. That's what you're gonna do. And so there's all these things that's happening between them, you know, trying to keep it secret. There's a guy that is stalking her who will not take no for an answer, who is just really being aggressive and being a creepy jerk. And then he figures out her secret. And so then she has to figure out how to secure her mission, and then also how to protect Easton, because she had fallen in love with him, and he's a professor, she's a student, and that's a no-no. I love this book. I love this book. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me, because I do like the whole student-teacher thing that was happening, because yeah, but honey, woo, they got it in. They got it in. But book two picks up in, you know, again, she's securing the asset, you know, how to protect him, how to protect her, and how to protect V once everything kind of comes out, and how to get rid of this creepy stalker dude. And then there's another backstory happening with the president of the campus, who just happens to be Easton's mama. All the drama. All the drama, all the sexy, all of it, book two, Chloe. Yeah. So I don't have a physical book three because it hasn't been printed yet. So I read it on my Kindle, which still, book three was just as excellent as books one and two. Book three is vengeful, and it's the story of Valentina. And out of all of the characters, I did not like Valentina. I just wanted to punch Valentina in her throat. And not because she didn't deserve what happens. I understood why she was vengeful. So actually, let me back up so I can tell you why I want to punch her in the throat. So book three is vengeful, and it's Valentina's story. She's like the editor of the newspaper, or she's like thinking that she's going to be the next editor of the school newspaper. She's worked really hard. She's been super, focused. Like, everything about her is about securing this job, securing this position, because she wants to be a big time writer. And when it comes down to it, the professors in charge gives her job to a random outside person that just shows up on campus. Turns out that his parents are connected, like, to a bigger newspaper, and they're like these big to do people, whatever. And so her position gets taken from her. And when I tell you that girlfriend is pissed, and she was like, oh, all this work I done did on this newspaper, all this stuff I done did to make sure that we the bomb, and then you just gonna give my position to somebody else? I don't think so. You can do this paper without me. And so she quits. I was here for her. I was like, yes, girl, don't let them use you. Okay, trying to keep you on and stuff, and then they want to get your position. I was here for her. But her attitude and her demeanor is that of a pure ID bitch. And they're trying to explain it like she's not really a bitch. She's just super focused, and she's, not one of those social people. Like, she like to be social and have fun and have lots of friends. She's just more like, she's about me, myself, and I need to handle my business. I got goals, and I'll deal with you when I want to deal with you. And I'm like, okay. But that's her. That's not, okay, I get it. And then I get why she was upset and she wants to be vengeful. So, the guy that they put in charge realizes that she was pretty much running this show, her and her best friend. And so he finds a way to get her to come back to help with the paper, but she comes back on her own terms, kind of as a consultant. Turns out that he's her mission. What she didn't plan on was falling for his brother, Stone. Oof. Stone. Just saying his name is sexy. Oh, the way she described him. If there's a man out there that looks like him, I need to find him. I need to know him. I need to see him in the flesh, because Stone was sexy. Sexy. So anyway, book 3 picks up with Valentina's story, and she's she is dead set on getting revenge on everyone that denied her what she wanted, even though she's been given this opportunity through V to secure a bigger bag. Like, she just couldn't let go the animosity, even though Visionary told her, Visionary is the leader of the Secret V group, has told her, like, hey, you need to let this go, and you need to focus on your mission, and I need you to secure your asset. I need you to follow up and see what's popping. Well, it weaves this long story about this drug culture that's happening on campus. And then there's this dynamic of the new guy that's put in charge of his parents and why they're there and what's happening with that and why they're pursuing the story of V. So the guy that's put in charge, his sole focus is to find out who's V, why V, and try to expose them. And she's like, you're so dumb, so she feeds him like, kind of like, not bogus tips, but she kind of like plays along with his theories, or, oh yeah, here, did you see this? And, she kind of gives him this stuff, and he eats it up, and he's going after it. And I'm like, dude, you're so dumb. It's a secret society. They're not going to make it easy for you to find out. And why? And why do you care? Well, it turns out that it's something bigger, that he was talking to his mom, who's like a news anchor, and they wanted like this big expose and all this stuff. And yeah, the V Society is not the one you want to come up against. And they had to learn that the hard way. You don't come for V. V comes for you. Okay? And when V comes for you, there is nothing you can do about it, because these women are fierce. They are fierce. They are fabulous. They are powerful. They are smart. They are beautiful. They have connections. They have it going on. And they're basically just letting you know that, hey, women run this shit. So you need to fall in line. So needless to say, their expose is like a big flop. It's a hot flaming mess. Valentina secures the asset. She secures the bag, and, she continues with her mission, but she's still in love with Stone. And so at the end of the book, book 3 kind of brings all of the pieces together. And so you understand the full mission of what they had to do and what was happening. And you're like, wait, what? I had to go back and I had to read like, But wait, when did that happen? It was so cool how Danielle weaved, how she intertwined all of these stories together that at the end, you're just like, what? I had to like, Danielle, you did that. She did that with this series. You know, it is hard to keep these stories consistent when you're intertwining characters because you say the wrong thing or you go back to the wrong, you know, back memory. You know, it throws everything off. But Danielle Allen did that with this series. The Women of V is excellent. They are super easy, good reads. If you want to laugh, if you want to be like, ooh, if you want the drama, if you want a little bit of mystery, if you want to cheer for the villain, this is the series you need to get and you need to read. That's it, people. It is The Women of V by Danielle Allen. There's 3 books in the series. They are all excellent. Once you read 1, you're going to want to read 2. And then you have to read 3 because you have to know how everything ends. So that's it. That's my review for the Women of V series. I will be back next time with a review of a book called Deceived by Samaya Layton. That was excellent and it was sexy as well. I'll post the links to the books down in the comments as well as my review. So read a good book.